What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about Japanese booster boxes. And namely, we're looking at the XY era Japanese booster boxes and to really make a comparison and a prediction as to how well our modern set are likely to be in a few years time, and why everyone who are scared of these booster boxes, people who think that it's crazy to hold these booster boxes, people who think these booster boxes are junk, they're very short-sighted. They're very, very short-sighted. But before we get into it, remember to hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Support me on Patreon through the mystery package program. So we send you monthly mystery package of newly released set and some other goodies within a package for you to open, have fun, and yeah, that's pretty much that. So yeah, let's get into it. Modern Japanese Pokemon set has its up and down. I mean, since the Shining Star V has released, everyone jumped into Japanese set. There has been other YouTube videos saying that these box breakers just buy directly from Japan, and they have a vault simply just holding a lot of these Japanese set. And the set that everyone knows about is Dream League. Everyone talks about Tag Team All-Star, EV Heroes. These are the Japanese set. The go-to Japanese set that people would go to and talk about. They always quote prices on the Japanese Evolution, which is a CP6 set, how expensive a box is, the best of XY. No one talks about best of XY, but you get the point. There are certain sets that everyone is keeping their eyeballs on, and they're like, yeah, these are good sets, so everyone started hoarding it. But what are we seeing? Are we seeing Dream League moving up significantly in price? No. Are we seeing Tag Team All-Star going to the moon? No. They're both sitting at around that $220 range. Keep Dream League in mind because I'm going to mention it again. EV Hero, sitting at $180. Reprint is coming, still sitting at $180, so that's fine. But what about all the other sets? What about things such as Lost Abyss? What about Legendary Heartbeat? This one sitting at around $85. Hey, let's put a Charizard in there. Double Blaze? It's Charizard, man. What about, oh my god, this one is good. Team Up in Japanese. Tag Ball. This box is only selling for $180, whereas Team Up in English is selling for $800 a booster box. How stupid is this? Or how dirt cheap is this? This has Salatio. This has Salatias. It has that inside as well. But no one's going for this. Everyone is saying, oh, the English one is so much better. These are way undervalued. Dream League is $220. Cosmic Eclipse is like $400, $500, only double. How many times is this? You guys do the math. What about these? I don't even know what name this is, but it has a Greninja on it. These Japanese sets, people don't see it to have any value. Yeah, weird, right? But I can tell you that in 5 years' time, they will. They will have significant value. And am I just guessing? Is this what I predict? Am I pumping the market? Some of you out there think that Collect Pokemon is always pumping the Japanese market, He's the one to offload his product. Actually, to be very honest, I only have like 2 boxes of these and like 2 boxes of these. So I'm not offloading any of them anytime soon. So don't worry about it. All right. Yeah, so I was doing some research and went to eBay. Looked up some older sets because I want to look back at some older sets. Some sets that, I might want to collect if it's still cheap. So the first set that I searched up was Awakening of the Psychic King. This one is the Japanese version of Fates Collide. Fates Collide, I mean, who buys Fates Collide? I mean, ugh. But the Japanese booster box is going for $506 US. What? Back then, people thought this box was trash and no one wanted to buy it, even under MSRP. I mean, some of these boxes, to be honest, some people back then, they didn't want it. They sold it to me for 20 US dollar. Seriously, 20 US dollar. I said, okay, let me know what you have. I know, you're struggling your store. You want to get rid of inventory. These are not selling. I'll buy it off you for 20 US dollar. They said, okay. So I bought some. So, yeah, $506. What about this one? This is a Breakpoint, Blue Impact. I think it's Breakpoint and Breakthrough, one of them. Breakpoint, I think, the one with Gyarados. $300. What? What about this one? $400. This is a Mewtwo one. And obviously, the Flash Fire version of the XY era is going to be the go-to set. $700. Guys, come on. These are booster boxes which you could buy for $50, 60 US dollar. And, it went up to these kind of significant price. How crazy is that? How crazy are these prices? And do I think that these are simply anomalies, or is it just because that, XY era was a smally, printed era? No, XY era was printed a lot. CP6 was printed to the ground, and the price are still very high. If you jump back in the time machine, you go back 4 years ago, people will tell you, these sets are trash. Well, trash can still go up quite significant in price. If you bought this for 50 US dollar, now you would have how many times your money? One case of this has like what, 20? You do the math. So, sorry for the vent. Here comes the last part of this video. Hey, collect Pokemon. So, are you telling us that even with this large print run, with all these reprint, Japanese Pokemon cards are still going to do as well as the XY era? I can tell you, yes, I do think so. I do understand many people's concerns saying that modern is printed to the ground. There are just so many products, so much product out there, so many reprints out there that the price won't go up. And I think that that's wrong, because Japanese is still printing Japanese card for the Japanese market, but because of a lot of Western demand, a lot of them get shipped out, causing the price to surge up. But I do believe that the original goal of the Japanese printing is still for the Japanese. So even though with an increased print run, it is still very, very limited in terms of its supply worldwide. So I think that overall, the Japanese cards will remain a much better, will be ahead of the English counterpart in many ways. So that's something that I would foresee, especially at a much lower price range. You can get some of these boxes for. And another thing is that the pie has grown. Okay, the number of people that are collecting Japanese cards has increased. So, it would be only logical to think that as they grow older, they want to relive that nostalgic feeling. Yes, I'm using the word nostalgic because that's what evolution was, nostalgic. Don't underestimate that feeling. People wanting to relive their childhood. Leonhard, built a thing just, selling this idea, right? So I do think that these sets are going to do really well. And I think that you don't have to panic sell it. And you don't have to buy a lot of them either. Like, for example, for me, Lost Abyss, all these modern new sets, I'm holding on to one case. I'm not hoarding onto, cases and cases and cases. There are good sets which I will buy more cases. VMAX Climax, I have like, what, 6, 7 cases of them. But in general, I am pacing myself so that in every release, I would buy one case. For smaller collectors or investors like you guys, you can just buy 2 boxes, keep it sealed, leave it in the Arctic. Can't speak English. You guys know. So yeah, so I think that eventually you can sell one, open one, and you can be really happy about it in the times to come. So that's pretty much that for this video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys think this is a bunch of bullshit and these cards won't go up in price? Yeah, it's not gonna reach $700 for a box of tugboat. Who knows? Or do you agree with me? Do you think that there are some potential in some of these Japanese sets, but not as extreme as what I would describe, but there will be a lot of sets like tugboat, double blades would do significantly better than other sets that even I can't name, right? So yeah, let me know in the comment section. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. This is Collect Pokemon. Bye-bye.